All right. Shalom, family. It's your brother Kanaiba coming at you once again with this video titled, The Plagues Continue. You know what? I don't know how YouTube's algorithms are going to react. So we're going to call it the Donkey Kong. That's what we're going to call it. Okay. But the Donkey Kong continues to spread. This is judgment for the wickedness of spiritual Egypt. Okay. So as we see here, this is actually an article from End Time Headlines. And as you see in the article, the title of the article says, Woman from Georgia with Donkey Kong warns that virus is spreading, says no sexual contact was made. Okay, so we're gonna actually read this article to get a little bit more insight. But we see that this is clearly judgment. Okay, you're seeing plague after plague after plague. The last quote unquote biggest plague that we had was the C19. Okay, for those you know what I'm talking about. Okay, and now we have this particular quote unquote virus that's going around, and it's spreading rapidly. Okay, now this particular virus, of course, is more common and sodomites. But in this particular article, we're seeing that, it can be caught from quote unquote close contact, right? At least that's what the lady is saying in this particular article, right? But without further ado, let's actually read the article and let's get a little bit more insight of what's going on, okay? Because this is clearly judgment for the wickedness of America, okay? So opening up, and the article reads, Thursday, the Biden administration declared the Donkey Kong virus a public health emergency. According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, there are more than 6,000 cases nationwide. Okay, that's why I said this thing is really spreading. All right, and this is judgment. And we're going to get into a few precepts here, but this is clearly judgment. Okay, and you're going to see more of the same here in the near future as this place continues to spiral down the drain. All right, but continuing on, the article reads, in Georgia, there are 504 cases. It says 4 of those cases are from women, which would mean 500 of them come from men. Now, this is in Georgia. My guess would be probably Atlanta because, again, this virus is more common in sodomites. Oh, boy. But the article continues on, and it says, Channel 2's Audrey Washington spoke with the first woman in Georgia to contract the virus. And it says, I'm in the healing stages. As you can see, my face is starting to scab up, said Camille Seaton. I saw bumps break out, and I kid you not, in this same array, and I just thought it was a breakout. Okay, so I guess the way it starts off, it just looks like an average breakout, but it gets worse and worse over time. Okay, so let's scroll up a bit here. And the article continues on to say this. Seaton said the breakout, along with headaches, chills, and fatigue, didn't go away. She went to the emergency room and got tested. I waited on the results and it was positive. I had the Donkey Kong, said Seaton. So the article continues and it says, infectious disease doctors said those currently impacted the most by the virus are gay or bisexual men. See that? And it says, doctors also said anyone can contract the virus through close contact. Seaton is a cashier and believes that she likely caught the donkey Kong at work. So apparently, this isn't just a sexually contracted virus, so to speak. You can actually catch this through close contact. A lot like the C19. Okay, that's what the article is pretty much saying. The young lady, she's a cashier, so she has close contact with different people every day. So she actually thinks that she may have caught the donkey Kong at work. Okay, but anyway, let's continue on. So scrolling up a bit more, and the article ends by saying this. I just want y'all to know that I did not do anything sexual to contract this disease. This thing is spreading. Just like I said in the beginning of the video, this thing is spreading, right? It says, it's here, Seaton said. Washington spoke with Dr. Jane Morgan, executive director of the C19 Task Force for Piedmont Healthcare Corporation, and asked her how transmissible the virus is and what, in addition to getting the vaccine, can people do to stay donkey Kong free. You can get it from sharing towels and sharing linens. If the person who used the towel or slept in the same bed is infected with the donkey Kong virus, Morgan said, the normal cleaning and disinfecting process should be maintained. Okay, so like I said earlier in the video, this thing is spreading, and it's not just a quote-unquote sexually transmissible virus. Okay, you can get it from close contact apparently, right? But the whole point of me actually going over this this brief article is to just show that this is indeed judgment. Okay, and we're going to get into some precepts, just a few. It's not going to be a long video, but we're going to get into a few precepts showing what the Most High said he would do to Egypt, or in this case, spiritual Egypt. Okay, because America is spiritual Egypt, and this place is being judged just like ancient Egypt did. Okay, so without further ado, let's actually get into some precepts and bring this video to a close. All right, so getting into the precepts, this is 2nd Esdras chapter 15, starting at verse 10, and it reads, Behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. And that's all America is for us, is death. Okay, both spiritually and physically. Okay, but again, starting from the top again, it says, Behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt. Now, this is spiritual Egypt, okay? Now, you can precept that with Revelation chapter 11 and verse 8. We've gone over that verse many times on my channel, right? But continuing on in verse 11, and it reads, But I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm. Now watch closely. And smite Egypt with plagues as before. Okay, do you see that? And that's what's happening right now. You're seeing catastrophe after catastrophe in this country. Okay, things that are hitting people's health, from that to natural disasters. Okay, to the economic system falling. Okay, and things of that nature. You got famines and things like that. All of this is happening as judgment. Okay, because this is reminiscent of the plagues that happened in ancient Egypt, as we're seeing right here. Okay, so the verse continues on and says, and will destroy all the land thereof. Okay, verse 12, and it reads, Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation of it shall be smitten with the plague and punishment that God shall bring upon it. Like I said in the beginning of this video, what you're seeing from this Donkey Kong and many other things, all this is a plague, it's punishment coming from the Most High Yahweh. Okay, because this place its wickedness has reached unto heaven. Okay, this place is waxing worse and worse every day, and it's being judged, and it's only going to get worse. Okay, so moving forward, let's take a look at one of the plagues that actually happened in ancient Egypt during the time of Moses. Okay, this is Exodus chapter 9, starting at verse 8, and it reads, And Yahweh said unto Moses and unto Aaron, Take to you handfuls of ashes of the furnace, and let Moses sprinkle it toward the heaven in the sight of Pharaoh. Okay, verse 9, and it reads, And it shall become small dust in the land, in all the land of Egypt. And watch closely. And shall be a boil, breaking forth with flames upon man and upon beasts throughout all the land. Okay, so one of the plagues that actually happened in ancient Egypt were the Egyptians being struck with boils all over their body. Okay, that's why I said this Donkey Kong is reminiscent of what happened in ancient Egypt. Okay, because that's all this Donkey Kong really is. Okay, it's kind of like boils. Okay, and we're gonna get into that here in a minute, but that's why I said just looking at what's happening, this is judgment that Yahweh is bringing upon spiritual Egypt. Okay, because like we just read in 2nd Ezra 15, he said he's gonna strike Egypt, which is America here, with plagues as before. Okay, so continuing on, verse 10, and it reads, And they took ashes of the furnace and stood before Pharaoh, and Moses sprinkled it up toward heaven, and it became a boil, breaking forth with flames upon man and upon beast. All right. So moving forward, this is actually a quick Google search dealing with the Donkey Kong. Okay. And just simply by typing in, is the Donkey Kong a boil? This is what came up, and it reads, The Donkey Kong virus can prompt pus-filled boils that hurt and are infectious for weeks. Donkey Kong lesions can even infect people who come in contact with them on bed sheets and on surfaces. The Donkey Kong virus family that these new cases are thought to be related to from West Africa has a fatality rate of about 1%. So simply looking at the beginning of the paragraph, it says that the Donkey Kong virus can prompt pus-filled boils. Okay, and what did we just read in the book of Exodus chapter 9? Okay, one of the plagues that the Most High Yahweh sent upon the Egyptians were what? Boils. Okay, that's why I said that this Donkey Kong virus is reminiscent of what happened in ancient Egypt, because we already read in 2nd Ezra 15 that the Most High was going to strike this Egypt with plagues as before. Okay, and we're going to continue seeing more of the same. All right. But anyway, that will conclude this particular video. like I said earlier, this wasn't going to be a long video at all. Well, you know, if you just look at the history of how long my videos usually are. But yeah, this was going to be a quick video. And again, the title of this video is The Plagues Continue. The Donkey Kong continues to spread. This is judgment for the wickedness of spiritual Egypt. Okay, so we went over this article, just giving a little bit more insight, showing that, of course, you can get this from close contact, apparently. Okay, and it's not, quote unquote, just sexually contracted, right? But this is actually reminiscent of one of the plagues that actually happened in ancient Egypt, because this place known as America is spiritual Egypt. And as we read in 2 Ezra 15, that the Most High Yahweh would strike Egypt, or spiritual Egypt, with plagues as before. Okay, so we're going to continue seeing stuff like this, you know, all the way to the complete downfall of this quote-unquote kingdom. All right, so with that, and as always, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai. And I want to thank all you brothers and sisters for tuning in. I hope this video was informative and edifying. And until next time, Shalom, family.